So guess what, guys? It is the final week of graded work. This is it. This is kind of like the last week of school. In terms of that, this is the week that really, really counts. And I want you to know that I'm here for you and we've got this. So I want you to watch this video all the way through in order to hear a couple important announcements and reminders as we wrap up our school year. And then also to know how you're going to do your work for the week. So here are a couple of reminders. First, next Monday, which is going to be June 1st, we will have a Zoom call, and it is going to be a final Zoom call together at 8:30 in the morning. It'll be a really fun time to just kind of wrap up the year together, look at everything that we've done in literature, and I want you to be on the lookout. I think Wednesday of this week, I'll post something for us to do, a reflection activity for you to complete by that Monday. Also, we'll make that one pajama day. So remember that we don't have a Zoom call this week because we have Memorial Day. So I will see you guys next week on June 1st in your pajamas. Also, that week, next week, you're going to submit any missing work that you have by June 5th, which is that Friday. And also remember that you can earn up to full credit on missing work as long as it's complete. Enrichment activities will be posted June 1st, and it'll be fun. And we really, really need to make this week count. So what do I mean by that? It means that you guys are just 3 weeks away from essentially being 7th graders. Your work should look like 7th graders. Even though we're not together in the classroom doing this, and even though I'm not able to just walk you through every step of the way, I have seen so many of you step it up just in these last 2 weeks in your writing. And I'm seeing some 7th grade work. So let's actually take a look at what some of that work looks like. So we have a couple of responses. You'll notice that this response is not just long, but there is text evidence. So I'm noticing we have a comma and we have parentheses and we keep going. And then they made sure that they answered all parts of the prompt. Another student made sure that they answered all parts of the question that was asked and also used text evidence. Here we have another one that also had text evidence, answered all the parts. Also, students are making sure that they are looking for spelling before they submit an assignment. They're taking pride in their work. And then here's another response as well. Again, using that text evidence in order to support their thinking. And that's what it means to look like a 7th grader in the work that you're giving me in literature. So let's go ahead and dive into what your final assignment, your final grading assignment is going to be in literature. Lucy knows that you can do it like a 7th grader, don't you, Lucy? Yes, you can! All right, Lucy, let's show them what their work is for the week. So first, you're going to go to the MyConnect calendar, and you're going to click on your copy of your assignment. We are writing our very own Greek mythologies this week. It's going to be a really good time. This is my ultimate favorite assignment ever. So here, you're going to just make sure you read these directions. There's a couple basic parts of a myth that you need to make sure that you include in your story that you write. So, one, most importantly, you may work with a partner or on your own. Your partner can be in the other period. You guys are all just kind of one big giant class. Just make sure that if you're working with a partner that you follow the directions because I need to have both partners turn in the work. So again, if you work with a partner, you both need to submit the work on MyConnect. The work is not broken up by days this week. It's actually being posted on Sunday, so that way you can have the entire week. So make sure you pace yourself. Do not wait until Thursday to start the assignment. The final copy of your story is due by Friday at 5 p.m. And I want you to really try your best. If you have questions, come to my office hours. They are Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 o'clock. So your task for this week is to write a Greek mythology. It's going to be an original mythology, so you can either create a god or a goddess, or you can create a supernatural human. So remember, a human that has god or goddess-like qualities. They can do something that mortals typically cannot do. So the first step is that you're going to just brainstorm as many ideas as you possibly can, and you're just going to type right into these boxes. These can be bullet notes, whatever is best for you in the brainstorming process. and you're going to keep brainstorming. And then we also then need to think about kind of what is going to be the purpose of your myth. So remember, every myth needs to explain some sort of natural phenomena. What are you going to have your myth explain the creation of? It doesn't have to be something tangible. It can be the creation of an emotion, right? And so I want you to have fun with that. I also want you to be able to identify the theme, the main message, or the universal truth that's going to be in this. Also, what additional characters? So in addition to your god or goddess or supernatural human, who else is going to be in it? Now, this is where you can kind of get crafty and you can pull in already or existing gods or goddesses into there. So you can have Zeus in yours. I just don't want Zeus as the main character because you're going to come up with your own god or goddess. Then we need to break it down to the plot structure. So remember that when we are thinking of a story, we're going to have kind of this mountain effect, which we've seen, right? We have here and go, right? So we're going to have kind of this exposition, which is the beginning part here. Then we're going to have rising action. Even if you want to take out a piece of paper and kind of plot these points down, within here, you're going to have conflict. Then up here will be your climax, and then your falling action. So your conflict and problem, you need to decide what that's going to be first, and then you can then detail your rising action. And again, these here can just be bullet notes as you go. You're going to continue with that, and then step 4 is really important. You're just going to start a brand new Google document. You're going to give your myth a title, and then you're going to start typing your myth. I really want you to make sure that your story, your myth is broken up into paragraphs that is written in first or third person. So if it's in first, I should hear I, me, my. If it's in third, it's they, them, and so forth. Make sure you're using dialogue between your characters. Use all of the stuff from steps 1, 2, and 3 in order to then turn it into a story. You're going to then make sure that your myth is stronger. So you're going to look for adjectives, similes or metaphors, personification, and onomatopoeia, and you're just going to highlight them in your myth. Then check it. Read it out loud to a parent, to a sibling, to your dog, to your cat, to your neighbor, to your mailman. I want you to actually physically read it out loud to someone so you can check all of the things that are correct. And you're going to check it again using these check boxes. And then your final step is you're going to put the shareable link to your Google Doc right here in there. So as always, if you have questions, I want you to come to office hours Tuesdays or Thursdays this week. This is our last week, so I want to see 7th grade work. I want you to think that you want to prove to yourself how much you have learned this year in 6th grade and make it count. You've got this. I believe in you.